In the previous class, we have discussed what is a plane table, why plane table surveying is used, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and we have also discussed the principles of a plane table surveying, and we have seen what are the different accessories that we are going to use it into the plane table, right? And then in today's class, we are going to see it practically, right? What are the different instruments used in the plane table survey? Now, first of all, this plane table survey, right? It is going to have, right? It is a tripod, right? As you can see that there is an three legs are there on this particular in this particular plane table, right? Where this table is going to stand on this particular tripod. This particular instrument, we call it as an tripod, which is going to have three legs, right? On this particular tripod, right, we are going to have this particular plane table which is going to rest. Okay, this upper portion we call it as an table, right? It is a plane table, right, which is going to rest on a tripod, right? And then this particular instrument, as I have told in the previous class, this particular instrument which look like a scale, this particular instrument we call it as an alidade, which is going to have the object vane and it is going to have the eyepiece. From this we are going to look towards the object. From here we are going to look towards the object, and it is going to have the crosshair. It is going to have the crosshair over here. Now from this point, right, from this point we are going to look towards the object, and then here the object whatever we are going to look, right, it has to be bisect this particular crosshair, and it has to bisect this particular object vane. This is object vane, right, and this is a crosshair, right? And suppose the object is at far away distance, right, and then all these 3 points, this and the point where we are going to bisect it, it has to be in a straight line when we are going to draw a line over the plane table. Now on this particular plane table we are going to have, right, on this particular plane table we are going to have the sheet where the diagram, or where according to the scale we are going to plot, right, and we are going to draw the map, right? So this is what your plane table is going to have: tripod, and then this is your plane table, this is your alidade, from where we are going to have the markings, we are going to bisect, and we are going to draw it on a sheet of paper by converting it into the suitable scale. And this particular instrument we call it as an trough compass. We call it as an trough compass, where we are going to get the magnetic north. As you can see, it is going to have the needle, right, and if you look it very close, there is an N is written over here. That N is nothing but it is showing the north direction, right? When it is in the compass is not in a complete north direction. When it is in complete north direction, right, this needle will be coming exactly at a center. It is going to show the exact north when it is going to have this needle will be coming at exactly at center when it is showing exactly the north, right now it is not exactly at north, but in order to show, I have shown you what is trough compass is. And then this instrument we call it as a spirit level, right? In order to, yesterday I have told there is one bubble will be there. This particular bubble we call it as an spirit level. We call it as an spirit level. In order to have the leveling of this plane table, we are going to use this particular spirit level. Suppose if this particular table is properly leveled, then this particular bubble should be at a center. Now when we are going to level this particular plane table, right, this particular spirit level will be at the center. We should check at all the 4 edges of the plane table, and we should bring it at the bubble at the center. And the leveling of this particular plane table will be done with the help of a tripod, right? We are going to move this particular tripods, and we are going to make this particular plane table exactly horizontal. We will be rotating those legs of the tripod and we are going to make it leveled approximately. We are going to make it level. So this is what you are exactly your different instruments that we are going to use in the plane table, and this we call this particular instrument as a plumb bob. This particular instrument is nothing but it is going to have the plumb bob, right, which is from where we are going to shift the on ground, the whichever point will be there, that plumb bob will be showing the point on the ground, right. The point on the ground we are going to shift it on a sheet of paper, right, which is going to have the two arms. This particular plumb bob, wherever it is going to stand, it represents that the point on the field. This we are going to shift it on a sheet of paper by using the plumb bob. In detail you are going to learn about these different instruments, how the leveling should be done, how the centering should be done. That we are going to learn in detail when we are going to see the practicals of this particular plane table. Right now we are going to know the definitions or different definitions of the plane table surveying. Now we will see what are the basic definitions that it is going to be used in the plane table surveying. The first is centering. Right now, what is centering? The process of setting up the plane table on the plotted position of the ground station exactly over the station. That we call it as a centering. Now by using the instrument, how we are going to do the centering, that we are going to see. Now in the centering, what we are going to do is, right, whatever the plumb bob, right, wherever the point it is showing, we are going to show it on a sheet of paper, right. In order to have the centering, what we need to have is the plane table should be properly leveled. Okay, in order to shift the point which is there on the ground, if we make it at a center, suppose this is your center point, right, this is your center point where you are going to start your work. Now here you are going to start the work. This particular point you are going to shift it on a sheet of paper by using the plumb bob. In order to shift this particular point, first of all your table should also be leveled in order to shift that particular point. Now next is we are going to see regarding the orientation. The process involves the positioning the plane table in a manner such that all the lines on the paper are parallel to the corresponding lines on the ground. For example, this can be given by an example that I will be showing it to you by now. Now, as I have told, when we are going to do the orientation, we are going to keep the plane table in the magnetic north direction. So here this N represents the magnetic north, right, magnetic north. So if we have done the orientation properly, right, when we bisect these point A, B, C, D with the station point T, right, suppose take it as a station point T, when we are going to bisect it, right, when we are going to bisect these points from the point T, right, and with having the magnetic north orientation, right, now the north orientation, when we are going to bisect it, the needle which is there as the trough compass will show exactly on the north, right, it is going to show exactly the north, it does not fluctuate. And then when we have kept these your trough compass exactly at north, and when we are going to bisect all these 4 points, they are going to bisect each other exactly. That is nothing but we call it as an orientation. Now regarding orientation, you are going to see it exactly when you are going to do the practicals. Okay, now what is backside? I think you know what is backside, right? Backside is nothing but it is the site taken from a plane table station to the another station whose position has been already plotted on a drawing paper, right? We are going to see it now in detail. Let us consider you have kept the plane table earlier at the station A. From A you have looked towards the B, right? From A, by keeping the station the plane table at A, you have looked towards the B and you have drawn the line AB by converting it into a scale. From if you look towards from A to B, right? If you look towards from A to B, that we call it as an foresight. That we call it as an foresight. Now from A you want to proceed towards the next point, right? Somewhere you want to have the next point and you want to proceed, right? When you are going to shift your station from A to B, and from the station B, if you are looking back towards the station A by keeping the magnetic orientation, the north orientation, right? By keeping the north orientation and looking towards the point A, that we call it as the backside. Now I will repeat. When you have completed the points at A and if you want to shift towards the B, and after shifting the plane table at B, if you look back towards A by keeping the magnetic north and by having this back orientation A, right, we call it as we call this particular process as an back sighting. Okay, this you have already learnt in case of your compass. Next is we will see what is foresight. Now foresight also it is going to be, it has been explained in the previously. Now it is the sight taken from the plane table station to the another station whose position has not been plotted, right? Now if you consider, right, the plane table station A, right, now you know the point B, but you have not plotted it. If you are at A and if you are looking towards the point B, but the B station has not been already established, right, that process we call it as an foresight, right? We call it as an foresight. Next is radiation. Now what is radiation? It is the method of locating the points by drawing the radial lines from the plane table, right, plane table station to those points. Okay, that is this. Regarding this you are going to study in detail when we are going to handle the radiation, right? And the intersection, the points also can be plotted by method of intersection, rays drawn from the points to be plotted from two different stations whose points are already plotted. Again, regarding radiation, intersection, right, and resection, you are going to study in detail when we are going to have the methods of plotting the plane table, that we are going to see it later. Okay, now the field observe operations, what we need to have is, right, when we fix this particular plane table, right, some of the field observation that we need to do it. Now what are those field operations that we need to do is, right, first thing we need to do is leveling, right? Now for a small scale work, leveling is done by estimation for the work of accuracy at an ordinary spirit level is used. Okay, as I have told, I will tell how to do it practically, right? We are going to use this spirit level and we are going to fix the spirit level. We are going to use this spirit level and we are going to have it the leveling. Now the table surface is made horizontal by leveling by placing in the table on a board in two positions at the right angles to a bubble, okay, by the direction of the operating the tripod legs. Now if we want the plane table has to be properly leveled, we need to see this particular plane table properly. It approximately it should be horizontal at the eye side, and then if it is not horizontal at the side, now we are going to turn these legs of the plane table and we make it approximately horizontal. Then what we are going to do is, if we from an eye judgment, if the plane table is an horizontal, then again we will try to bring this bubble to spirit level, right? We are going to bring this spirit level at the center. The bubble of the spirit level should be at the center if it is going to be properly leveled. Like this, we are going to set it towards all four sides. We are going to move the tripods and we are going to bring it towards the center, towards all those points. Okay, now when if the bubble is at the center, then only we can say that the plane table is properly leveled. Next operation that we are going to have in the field operation that we are going to do is the centering. Right, this should be placed exactly over the station where the plotted position on the paper should both be in the vertical direction. This is done by using the plumb fork. Now after doing the centering, right, after doing the leveling, what we needed to do is we needed to do the centering. As I have told, first we should do the leveling and then centering. Now what we are going to do in the centering is this particular point, the plumb bob, right, wherever it is going to stand, right, if we want to start the work, right, we are going to transfer that particular point on the field on the sheet. Here we are going to use the sheet, right. This particular point on the ground we are going to shift on the plane table by using the plumb fork. This is what the centering is. Now the orientation, next term is we will see what is orientation and what are the different types of orientation, right. We will discuss regarding the orientation now. Now orientation is nothing but it is the process of putting the plane table into some fixed direction so that representing a certain direction on a plane is parallel to that direction on the ground. Okay, this is essential condition to be fulfilled when more than one instrument station is to be used. Okay, now there are two methods where we are going to have this particular the orientation. We are going to use the two methods for the orientation. The first method is the orientation by the trough compass. Okay, orientation by the trough compass. Now though the compass is less accurate, it is going to provide the rapid approximate orientation to be made prior to the final adjustment. For orientation, right, now as I know that I have told you that this particular needle, it is going to float centrally and we needed to draw a line, right, we needed to draw a line parallel to the against that particular trough compass box. At other station where the table is to be oriented, the compass has to be this line and the table orientation by turning it into the needle which is going to floats the center. Now I will explain this what exactly it is, right, and how the back orientation can be done. Okay, now I will explain both the orientation by the trough compass and orientation by the back sighting. Both I will explain. Now when you start your work by keeping your plane table station at A, the first thing what you are going to do is you are going to have the leveling, centering, and then you are going to have the north orientation. Now north orientation, how you are going to do is by using the trough compass. Now so this is considered as a sheet of paper, right. On this particular sheet of paper, what we are going to do is we are going to have the line on this particular sheet of paper. Now if this particular line is exactly, if it is at a north, if it is as a 0 0, we take it as a north, and then on this particular sheet we are going to have the north orientation on the sheet of paper, right. And then after doing this, what we are exactly going to do is we are from A, right, from the point A we are going to look towards the point B by keeping the alley and by converting it into the suitable scale. We are going to measure what is the distance between A to B and we are going to draw the line AB. Now this is called this is how we will start the work when we are going to keep the plane table in the position. Now when we want to shift from the point A to B, right, when we want to shift from the point A to B, right, what we are going to do is we are going to shift the plane table, we are going to have the leveling and then centering, and then what we are going to do is again we are going to check the magnetic north orientation, right, and then if we after shifting the point from here to here, right, when we shift this particular plane table from here to here, and again if we check the north orientation on this particular plane table, right, the north should this particular line and this particular line, if it is properly if it is shifted, right, this north will meet the north direction and it is going to show the exactly the north, right. This particular line and this particular line, after shifting they are going to match towards each other. And now what is back orientation is after shifting the line from A to B, after the shifting the station from A to B, now what we are going to do is first we are going to check the magnetic north, and then again by keeping the alley we are going to look towards the B. If the orientation is done properly, then this particular north and this particular A and B direction, when we are going to look the object BA, right, from B we are going to look towards A by keeping the ranging rod, right. Then if we try to erect the line by using the alley all these lines, they are going to exactly match, then only we can say that the orientation has been done properly. So this is what your exactly what is your orientation, by using the orientation, that is by using the trough compass and by using the your back sighting. This is what we call it as the orientation is. Now we are going to discuss regarding what are the different methods of having plane table survey. In this plane table survey, we are going to have the different methods as first one is by having the radiation, intersection, traversing and the resection. These are the four different methods of a plane table we are going to have. Right, we are going to see one by one the radiation, intersection, traversing and resection one by one.